Do you ever feel like your head is full of English grammar rules, but when you actually try to speak, your brain just freezes?
Oh, all the time. It's like having a huge library of cookbooks, but still not knowing how to make a simple sandwich.
Exactly. So today, we're going to share a little secret: how to speak fluently without getting trapped by grammar.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to English Uplift. This is the place where we make English learning feel less like a chore and more like a conversation with friends.
In this episode, we're tackling a huge topic: the obsession with grammar, and how it might actually be stopping you from becoming a fluent speaker.
We'll share some personal stories and simple ideas that helped us break free from the grammar trap. So, if you're ready to unlock your speaking confidence, keep listening. And remember to subscribe so you never miss our weekly chats.
Okay, let's be real. When we say without grammar, we don't mean grammar isn't important. It is, but the way we learn it can make all the difference.
Think about how a child learns to speak. Do their parents give them a book on past tense and future tense? Of course not. They just listen, copy, and communicate. They absorb the patterns naturally.
I remember spending hours and hours memorizing rules for the present perfect tense. I could pass any test, but when someone asked me, "What have you been up to?" I would just panic. My mind was racing, trying to find the perfect rule instead of just answering.
That feeling is the worst. You know so much, but you can't use it. The secret isn't to study more grammar. It's to start using English in a more natural, fun, and immersive way.
So, Sam, tell me about your journey with grammar. Were you always a rules first kind of guy?
Oh, absolutely. I had a special notebook just for grammar rules. Verb tenses, prepositions, articles, you name it, I had a chart for it. I thought if I mastered the rules, speaking would be easy.
And how did that work out for you?
Terribly. In conversations, I was so busy thinking, okay, this is a past situation, so I need to use past simple, that by the time I formed the perfect sentence, the conversation had already moved on.
I totally get you. My breakthrough moment came when I was living abroad. I was so tired of studying, so I just started watching my favorite TV series, Friends, with English subtitles. I wasn't trying to learn, I was just trying to have a good time.
And what happened?
After a few weeks, I noticed I was starting to use phrases from the show without even thinking. Things like, "How you doing?" or "We were on a break." But also just the natural rhythm of questions and answers. My brain was absorbing the patterns, not the rules.
That's it. That's the magic. It's about input. Listening to podcasts, watching movies, reading books you enjoy. Your brain starts to recognize what sounds right. You develop an instinct for the language.
Exactly. It's like learning lyrics to a song. You don't analyze the grammar of the song, you just sing it so many times that it becomes a part of you.
Another thing that helped me was to stop learning single words and start learning chunks or phrases. Instead of learning the word appointment, I learned the phrase make an appointment or I have an appointment.
Yes, that's a game changer, because then you don't have to build sentences from scratch every time. You already have these little blocks ready to go. It makes speaking so much faster and smoother.
And it helps you to stop translating in your head. When you think in chunks, you start to think in English.
But what about making mistakes? That's what everyone is afraid of. What if I use the wrong tense?
Here's the thing I realized. People almost always understand you anyway. Communication is the goal, not perfection. I once told a friend, "I go to the beach yesterday." Was it grammatically wrong? Yes. Did he understand me? Perfectly.
And he probably didn't even care. People are much more patient than we think. The fear of making a mistake is often worse than the mistake itself.
One time, I tried to use a very complex conditional sentence I had just learned. I said something like, Had I known about the traffic, I would have opted to take the subterranean transit.
Wow, so formal. What did they say?
They just stared at me blankly. Then I said, I wish I took the subway. And they immediately said, oh yeah, the traffic was terrible. Simpler is better.
So, our challenge to you is this. For 1 week, try to focus less on grammar books and more on enjoying English.
Let us know in the comments, what is your favorite way to learn English without studying? Is it a specific movie, a podcast, or maybe a YouTube channel you love?
Thank you for hanging out with us today on English Uplift. We hope this conversation helps you feel more relaxed and confident on your English journey.
Remember, fluency is not about being perfect. It's about being understood. So go out there, listen, speak, and don't be afraid to make mistakes.
If you enjoyed this chat, please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps our channel grow.
In the next episode, we'll be talking about the most common English phrases that will instantly make you sound more like a native speaker. You won't want to miss it.
Talk to you next time.